Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box, where you can find the current list of reading services I offer. And Scorpio, I'll be channeling messages for the collective of your sign, and then we'll tie it together with the cards. So the month of March does show for some of you as things moving slow or slower, but there's something comforting about this. So some of you could also be more interested in the slow lifestyle, taking better use of your time, being more connected with the present time, enjoying and reaping the benefits of being mindful. Some of you could be wanting to take your sweet time enjoying something. I feel like for some this is connected to children or relationship with children you could have for some of you, where you're like seeing your children grow or develop, and it gives you like this bittersweet feeling, but you want to just take in the most of what you can of this phase of your child. So you could be also very focused on taking making memories with your child. This is a very specific message for some of you, but I see you like taking even time off from a more demanding lifestyle, busy lifestyle, for those of you that can afford to do that, and just focusing more on your children or a child or someone you feel it's like important to you. But I'm feeling like something maternal, paternal about this. So it does not feel romantic. It does not feel outside of this format of relationship. It could be for some of you, but I feel like it's just something more about you understanding how precious time is. And so you're making choices, or there's something making you become more aware of the choices and what you prioritize in terms of time management. Some of you could, changing as well. You could be wanting to change your schedule. So you could be either working more, working less, making arrangements around schedules that work better for your life. Like if you're very busy, you might want to take it down a notch, or if you have been very, things have been very slow or stagnant, you might want to rise the activity as well up. There's something about time and the management, and also in terms of work, like either wanting more or wanting less. And for those of you connected with this, you're going to find opportunities to either increase or decrease your work burdens or your workload. For others of you also, that it's not about children, it could be about pets. There could be like something connected to your pets. You could be either adopting new pets, and you are very like infatuated, enamored by it. But I also see a more specific case where you might feel like your pet's life, for those of you that have a pet for a while, is finite. So you also want to enjoy more the time you have with your pet, quality time. Or there might be just something worrying you about a pet. It could be a diagnosis. It could be you having a weird dream or a weird sensation around your pet. Like, trust the vibes you're getting for those of you that this applies, because for some, if it's not your children, it could also be your pets that need more of your attention and your time and your love and your presence. I feel also like for some of you Scorpios in general, your presence is more important and needed than what you think. And some of you could have been in this last month very busy with other things out there in the world, and you haven't been as aware of who misses you or who needs you, or the needs you might need to attend more privately domestically, and that's the calling of March, is to focus more on home or home matters, or what matters to you, what is more precious to you during this time. I also feel like there's something about love in your mind, but it's like something almost drifting. So it could be like you feel someone drifting from you, or you could be in a long distance relationship as well, and you're worried about this in the sense that you don't want to miss more time with the person, is the vibe that I'm getting. So for those of you in a long distance relationship, I feel like you're worried about the time you spend apart and how that might be an issue, taking time for granted. But others, you can feel like there's someone just so far away from you right now. It can also be a connection that drifted apart and you're just wondering about this person for some reason. In March, and it's a month where you're very deep into certain things. So the concept of mortality, the concept of time, the concept of life and enjoying every moment, all of this is carrying its importance, and at times a weight, at times an inspiration. So you have to like work with the two. And you're very sensitive as well right now. And there could be something in the month of March moving you, making you emotional, making you cry. I see some of you shedding as well, releasing a lot of energy that has been pent up. Especially for those of you that have been like working like crazy. For some reason, March can again slow down, and then you're able to feel something you haven't been feeling, or able to feel because of the crazy busy schedules. And there's also something about you being less in survival mode and more conscious of the of what's really going on in your internal state, what's really being called upon, demanded, and how to nourish it. And for some of you Scorpios, it's a very nurturing, nourishing kind of month. So you can practice a lot of mindfulness to your inner state and inner being, and that's going to offer you a very good results. I see something more about the softer side of your water energy. So usually Scorpios are known for being a more tough water sign out of the three, but here there's something about you emotionally releasing control, which is an issue for the collective of your sign, and allowing just the feelings to flow, and you having almost like, I don't want to say fun, but there's something about an enjoyment of the currents of this Pisces season in particular, which is a sign that trines yours. So there's something definitely emotional, nourishing, nurturing, taking place that works for you. For those of you, also, you could be wanting to fix something around home matters, or selling, buying home property, working on home repairs, doing something around the home. It could be also something on your mind. I also feel like some of you want to offer a home. This is a very specific message, but it's like, I don't want to like... It's not necessarily offer a home, but you're thinking about your children again, or if not children, there's someone you feel this connection with that you want to protect. So for those of you with children, you're thinking about their future, basically. If it's not a home, it could be college, it could be like something to deal with this child's future is on your mind. And the offering of home could also be, you want to offer a person a sense of home that has to deal with a feeling. It does not have to be literal. But I see some of you home matter, selling or purchasing, investing, benefiting, sharing, offering. This type of energies are on your mind. Wow. 7 of Pentacles with Death, where the Death card is your energy, so we're all in alignment with the Sun. Yeah, there's something about your Scorpio traits that's really being steered here, but in a good way. And I feel like some of you are coming out as well of a process of building up a lot of toxic things in your system and then releasing it. Because you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Devil. So it's also a month that would benefit some detoxing qualities. This could be detoxing literally like in a diet, routines kind of way. But I also feel like it's with the Seven of Pentacles is a detoxing around just things that you have been overdoing, especially around work and finances. Taking a break from something. And for those of you that it's not possible to do that, I just see you like looking at your own mindset and relationship with work and finances. Perhaps the over importance you have been giving to this side of life, to the cost or detriment of the moon, which is your inner state, your inner being, what matters to you, your emotional side, and your emotional ties. And it's interesting because you have the sun and the moon in the same reading with the death. So you're definitely transitioning. There's something changing, transforming for your state. Like in your state of being, in your state of feeling. And I keep getting like it has to deal with quieting down. Now, the moon also can show that you're afraid again. You're fearing death. Death card is here. So for some, it could be literal fears around death. The concept of death could be on your mind. As I said, mortality and the finitude of life could be on your mind. For others, it's the moon is an energy where you are more than ever again feeling the need to protect and be protected as well. And you're very like, there's something about the claws, like you're putting here a lot of that protective mode on around the things you feel it's your entitlement to do. So children, resources, home, partner, friends and family that you really, really care about. Pets, as I said, because you also have here 2 dogs. So again, pets. You're so protective. It could also be like there's something scaring you. I don't know. There's something triggering a fear. But it works out to, again, make you feel more aware of time and how precious it is and how you should be using it perhaps differently. Because the Four of Cups tends to be very passive and deny opportunities. And, it's when we tend to say a lot of no's because we're so obsessed with other things that we don't even see the missed opportunity, which usually is a Four of Cups. And I see you like thinking about maybe as well something you missed, something you said no to, something you rejected in your past. And now you see like maybe you've done that for the wrong reasons or for something that didn't even like compensated. And you're like reminiscing around the old missed opportunities. That's also a message here for some of you. So Scorpio, I do hope you have a great month of March. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.